Here we are with Miroslava great. So Miroslava Dimitrieva. We are having a lecture and we will talk a little bit about the marketing. Each artist has to be able to be organized for himself. We are very glad to be here in FabrianoInAcquarello 2024. Many years we are talking about doing this lecture together. It is very, very pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. So, hello everyone. I do believe that marketing is something that every one of us should learn since childhood, so since the very beginning. And that's what I'm going to be talking today. Could now every one of you who already earn money online, monetizing their art skill, could you please raise your hands? No one? Oh wow, okay, good. I suppose that the rest do not do it, but would like to do it, yes, since you are here. And once, six years ago, I moved to Germany. And that's the point in my life when I realized that, okay, what depression, what real emotional depression is. I moved there with a 6-month-old daughter and found myself in the middle of nowhere, in a really, really small, tiny German town. And once I was sitting, and I just somehow started like drawing. I'm not an artist, to be honest, yeah, so I have nothing to do with art, but somehow my life led me into this sphere, and I started painting. I started like doodling and drawing something, and I said, okay, and I really like felt how my emotional, how I changed, so it was, and I decided that I'm gonna start looking for an art school in that city. And I looked at the one, it was like really good, but it was there was no soul in it. Then I found another one, they were like super top professionals, but it was like very boring. And I said, okay, I'm gonna found my own school, which is gonna be the way I want it to be. So it's gonna be top professionals teaching people how to paint, and it's gonna be community-based, and that's what I created. So my name is Miroslava, and I have a business background, so I was working in management consulting for a lot of time, and I'm the founder and CEO of Artefacto. That's an online learning platform. We're founded in the middle of 2020. We have now, so over 3 years, we have now over 300 different courses, workshops, webinars, lessons, digital products. We have over 60 instructors from different countries in the world. A lot of American artists teaching with us, European, South American, Asian, so many instructors, the world-renowned artists. We managed to grow our social media, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today, because that's the key to attracting new audience, even in a non-paid format. And we have now, so over 3 years, we have over 20,000 students. I mean, not just the people who registered for our events, but I mean people who actually bought our courses or any of our products. Many artists are under a mistaken belief that just improving their art, they will be able to skyrocket their art career. And this is true to some extent, and while having like the high quality art, it's very important that you also promote yourself and do marketing. So Van Gogh is probably the best known case of a starving artist, and he sold just 2 of his paintings during his life. And recently one of his paintings was sold for $82 million. And that's like one of the examples, as I said, of a starving artist. The one who didn't have money at all, but who was like amazing, And I think that all of us would prefer such fame and fortune to come to us while we are living. And today we're going to talk about it. I'm going to structure my presentation in the following way. I'm going to tell you about the different ways how you can monetize your art. And then I'm going to tell you what steps you need to take in order to actually monetize it. And I'm going to, rather than going briefly and quickly through all of them, I'm going to focus on two of them, which are like the most important ones. So here are the 7 ways to monetize your art. And I think all of you know already about it. So it's like teaching, the first one, selling your artwork, art commissions, YouTube channel, affiliate marketing, different digital products. I'm also going to talk about it, and licensing and royalties. So, online courses. I just gave you some examples of Artefacto's courses, and these are just the courses. Some of them have 3 lessons, 4 lessons, 7, 10 lessons, and so on. It can also be a mentorship when you actually review the works of the students in a group format, in one-to-one format, so in any format. It can be also membership. There are different online platforms which allow you to monetize the content which you create through memberships, like Patreon or any other. And if we look at the memberships, we can divide them into two groups. The first one is the so-called all-you-can-eat membership. So when your clients, when your students, let's say you give them, I don't know, 700 courses, 700 lessons, whatsoever, yeah? And they can consume and watch as many of them as they want, paying monthly fee. That's what I think many of you saw at Domestika, at some other like big giant platforms, yeah? And there are also memberships, like we have, for example, at Artefacto. That's a guided mentorship, yeah? So it's not like all you can eat, you log in and you see this huge amount of different lessons and courses, but rather it's a guided content. And I think that that's kind of the future in the guided way of teaching and consuming information. So if we talk about selling art, I just picked just 4 online galleries. I'm going to share with you the slides, so you don't need to take pictures of them. And I highlighted like the main feature of all of them. As you can see, some of them are premium online galleries. I mean the premium segment, yeah. So they price the paintings high, and some of them are mass market. And they have different conditions, as you can see. And that's, I think, the best way to start doing it if you don't have any audience. So if you don't have any followers on social media, or you don't have an email base. But I'm going to be talking about that later on, because I do think that that's like the key in promoting yourself, because they take 35 to 50% of the whole production. And that's crazy. So there are also art commissions, when you basically have like get an order from your clients and you do, I don't know, commercial portraits, illustrations for books, concept art for games, and so on and so forth. I think here, if we talk about art commissions, the digital format of art is actually skyrocketing right now, but still like it leaves like a lot of room for traditional artists. So if we talk about YouTube channel, and I'm going to talk about social media later on. That's one of our examples. We had, I think, 7,000 followers on YouTube last year. Yeah, I think around 1 year, maybe 9 months. And then we completely changed the format we do and create the content for our YouTube channel. And without any investments into traffic, it grew up to 100,000 followers. And I'm going to talk about it later on, and it's all thanks to the short format of video. And I think now is the best time to actually start doing it, and I'm going to tell you how to convert them into clients. But also, we know like a lot of YouTubers, artists run their channels, and they monetize it through ads. So you can earn like I would say like the average between $300 to $6,000 per month. And you can, on average, like calculate up to around like $5,000 for 1 million views, yeah? And it sounds kind of, oh, 1 million views, it's kind of, that's impossible, yeah? But this is possible, and I'm going to show you later on how our shorts on YouTube skyrocketed last year. We have like, I think one of them is over 10 million views, and so on. Also for your social media, let's say your YouTube channel, you can also do different sponsorships, and you can also start YouTube super chat during live streams and get donations from your fans, from your followers. Especially those of you who already run some YouTube live streaming. And of course you can sell your courses, you can sell your content via YouTube. And that's based on our statistics, that's our best clients come from YouTube, not from Instagram, not from any other social media, because on YouTube, people go directly when they search, okay, how can I paint, I don't know, flowers, or how can I paint landscape? And that's the people dedicated to it. They already are looking for a solution to their problem. They already want to learn how to paint. And that's one of the best channels to attract clients if you talk about selling your online courses. Affiliate marketing, I mean, there are many companies who offer you approximately 7 to 15% of sales revenue, which you generate through your social media or email list, whatever. How it works, they create like a special link for you, which is going to be like the personal link, and then they can see how many people and how much money bought something from from their website, or their products, art materials, or I don't know, courses, anything, yeah? And then they calculate 7 to 15%, that's kind of market average for affiliate marketing. So digital products, and now I see like a lot of digital products being sold which were generated by ChatGPT, by AI. To some extent this is bad, to some it is good, because marketing is all about hypothesis. And all the content you create for social media, it's also your hypothesis. No one knows how algorithms of YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, no one knows how they work, but all of them work through algorithms. And that can be a good way, especially now that we have artificial intelligence, to try out different hypotheses in a short period of time. But we also tried selling, for example, Konstantin Sterkov. He was also quite often here at Fabriano. Some of his books about the Masters of Watercolor, it's called. We also created some of our digital products. I wouldn't call that as like a real books, but all of the webinars which we run, we afterwards converted into text, and we put it, and we kind of combine it all in this book. So it's like a really good way as well to attract the clients. Licensing and royalties, yeah, so merchandise usage, clothing, stationery, home decor, so anything, yeah, and it's all, you can own like royalties each time your licensed product is sold. So some examples of licensing, physical products and digital products as well, and here are some examples of the platforms where you can actually sell it. I have a lot of traffic, so again, that's a really good way to start if you don't have your own audience. So some of them, check them out, and they have like everything there. Before we continue, I would like to know, I have a question to all of you. So question number one, do you want to sell your art online? Or do you want to share your expertise online? I mean, teach, record video lessons, write books, and so on and so forth. And now I'd like to, those of you who want to sell your art, raise your hand so that I understand who wants to sell their art, okay? And who wants to share their expertise, meaning teach, record lessons, okay? And who wants both? Okay, great. So, trying to create an art business without any foundations is like trying to paint without the right brushes, yeah? So it doesn't work. And here are like 6 steps, the common steps, yeah, how you can actually start building your online business, whatever it is, selling your artworks or selling your courses, video lessons, ebooks, whatever. Yeah, so number 1 is know your clients. Number 2 is build a strong online presence. Define a product, create marketing funnel, promote yourself. And today, rather than speaking high level about everything, I just decided that I'm going to focus on the first 2, knowing your clients and building a strong online presence. And they are absolutely common for all of you. Meaning, for those of you who just want to sell your art, and for those of you who want to start teaching online. Maybe not even online. And you might be thinking, okay, that's nice, but how does it work in practice? And yeah, as I already said, we're going to focus on 2 of them. Number 1 is know your client. Here I wanted to touch upon market segmentation, why it matters, identifying your target audience, creating audience personas, and engaging with your audience. Knowing your clients is the key. The rest doesn't matter if you don't know who your clients are. I see a lot of companies, because I do a lot of also mentorship sessions, in terms of business. I know a lot of companies who started with an amazing product, but targeting the wrong audience. Just simply the wrong audience. All the content they created, it was aimed at another type of audience. For example, let's say you want to teach watercolor to beginners, or let's say to professionals. If you teach watercolor to professionals, there's no need telling them, okay, you're gonna relax and so on and so forth, yeah? But you should be touching on different points, depending on the target audience. So, to make it simple, let's say, imagine your mom, your colleague at work, and your child asking you about your work. So asking you, okay, what do you do for a living, yeah? What do you do at work? And obviously, you're going to answer your mom in one way, so that she understands what you actually do at your work. If you answer it to your colleague, also professional watercolorist, yeah, you're going to answer it in a different way. And if that's your daughter or son asking you what you do, you're going to answer it in a third way. And that's the way how it works in business as well. If you choose the wrong communication, the wrong words, nothing is gonna work. Even if you have like the best product ever. That's why this is like super important. This is the basics. And the biggest mistake which I see, and today we're gonna take a look at some of their Instagram accounts. The biggest mistake I see is people targeting for everyone. For everyone, just for beginners and for intermediate and for advanced, for everyone. This is let's say, this course is suitable for everyone. And then they mix everything, all the triggers, which would work for all different types of audience, they mix it all together, and it doesn't work. And that's the biggest mistake, not only in, selling art classes, yeah, in any type of business. So talking about the target audience, you need to understand the demography, the age of the people you are talking to, and I'm going to give you some examples of Artefacto. Approximately their income level, their education backgrounds, yeah. Again, so going back to the question of whether you serve professional artists or you serve like beginner artists, you're going to say it in a different way because they already have like different backgrounds and different bases. And location, for example, Artefacto, we are not localized. When I started growing with the business, we were not localized, so we basically served the whole audience in the whole world. And now we kind of arriving to the situation when we need to localize. It doesn't work for everyone in every country, yeah? Let's say we do 40% of our audiences are Americans, and we do see that they have different mindset, different way of thinking, in contrast, let's say, to Asian people, yeah? Which we also have as students at Artefacto. And for example, in December, we launched Artefacto Germany, totally in German, with German jokes, with German landing pages, with German artists, everything in German. And we see like way higher conversions. Even though I need to say that in art fields, we're kind of lucky, yeah, because art is kind of international language, yeah, and everyone understands it. But still, if you want to like work on improving your conversions and your results, you need to localize. You also need to understand their values and beliefs, the people you're talking to, their personality, their lifestyle, what they do, what is like most important for them, and so on. And you need to understand their behavior, yeah, so purchasing behavior, user training, various journey stage. Just some examples of Artefacto avatars, or personas, yeah, client personas. I just gave you 3 of them, but we have 10 of them. I just give you just as an example of 3 of them, and in most of the cases we do adjust our emails, we adjust our communication depending on the avatar. For example, most of them are female, the avatars which I show you here, female, 41 to 70-year-olds. The first one, for example, is married and has children, but she used to work in the office most of the times as a middle management, and she maybe attended the art school, and then she kind of forgot about it, and then she came back to it in the adulthood, yeah, and now this is a hobby. For example, the second avatar, that's the ones who let's say avatar number 3, yeah, they've been somehow dealing with art through their whole their lives, yeah. For example, they've been working as a designer or decorator or photographer or architect, yeah, so, and they've been creative for their whole life. And obviously, you need to adjust your communication in relation to avatar number 3 and avatar number 1, because they have different values, they have different interests, they have different understanding of how it should be done. And in order to understand your clients, you need to do like a lot of customer research. We have a devoted person who is actually doing the customer research in Artefacto, and we do it for, I think it's like one of the most common ones is jobs to be done analysis. Basically, when you run any business, or let's say you sell your paintings, or you teach watercolor, you are doing certain jobs for your clients. For example, if you, let's say we are Artefacto, we sell online courses, and the jobs which we do for our clients, in most of the cases, is not to paint, to learn how to paint a painting. In most of the cases, this is to get distressed, to get like, to feel this, to have this feeling of joy and satisfaction after you created your painting. And that's the job which needs to be done. For example, once we launched Artefacto Kids, there were like classes for small kids. And interesting thing is that in this case, you have basically two audiences. You have moms or parents who actually buy the courses, and their kids who actually consume your products. And here you need to be attentive, yeah, because it's like 2 different audiences, and you need to serve both of them. And in most of the cases, for example, moms, the only job we're doing for them is so that they feel themselves as good mothers. It's not about their kids learning how to paint. It's about them feeling that they're good moms for their kids. And if you don't understand this, you won't be able to, you will be able to still like sell your courses, sell your products, yeah? But it's going to be way more efficient if you understand what they actually want. Why does this particular mom brings his or her child to the art school? It's not about them learning how to paint in most of the cases, yeah? It's about them being and feeling themselves as a good mom. Or for example, there is one avatar of women who want to learn how to paint. And guess why they want to learn how to paint? I'm not talking about women 50 to 70-year-olds. It's about being, again, interesting for their husbands. It's not about painting. It's not about painting. It's just about being closer to their husbands, having, like, I don't know, better relations, and being, again, interesting for their husbands. And that's why you always need to analyze and do deep dive interviews with your clients and ask them the right questions with which you're going to understand, okay, it's actually not about art. This is not about art. This is just about your relationships with your husband, and full stop. And that's another avatar. But there are people who don't care about that. They're just here to paint, and they want to improve their art, and they want to get better in their art skills, and they want to participate in exhibitions, and so on and so forth. And you need to communicate with them in an absolutely different language, because being interesting for their husbands, it's nothing for them, you know? They're gonna delete your email and say, okay, unsubscribe, please. Yeah, so this is like really important. And for example, even if you, let's say, sell your paintings, yeah, it's also you need to understand who you are selling it to. Right? People who just wanna, who are like real art collectors, that's one point. Right? People who are just occasionally looking for a gift or present for their families or friends, that's another story. And you need to clearly understand who these avatars are, and you need to use it in your communication. There is one amazing book, The Mob Test, and this is about customer development. If you don't have time to read this book, but I really recommend if you really want to even start running your social media, yeah? Even start running your social media, because engagement rate is something that you will be caring about, yeah? And in order to increase your engagement rate in your social media, you need to understand who your clients are. So everything goes back to your clients. And there are three main conclusions which I read from it. So number one is never ask about the future. Only ask about the past experience of people. It's so funny when we ask people, okay, how often are you planning to paint? I don't know how many times a week. They'll say, oh, yeah, I'm planning, or I already paint 5 times a week. And then you say, okay, did you paint yesterday? Oh, no, yesterday I had a headache. They say, okay, that's okay. Did you paint the day before yesterday? Oh, no, my grandson came and I didn't have time. And what about 2 days before yesterday? And you know, like, people always think about themselves and about their future better than they are. They tend to think of themselves better than they are in reality. And that's why never ask about the future, always ask about the past experience. Pick a diverse pool of respondents. So it should be all of them, yeah? Let's say if you are planning to sell your art, it should be art collectors, beginner art collectors, professional art collectors, and so on. Or let's say just ordinary people who are art collectors, yeah? It should be also like quite diverse pool of respondents of different ages, different backgrounds, different experience. And always ask like follow-up questions. Why? Why do you want this? Why? If you don't ask these questions why, you would never learn that that particular woman, she doesn't care about art. She just wants to be interesting again for her child, or for her husband. If you don't ask why questions. So, how to build a strong online presence? I would say that it has like 3 components on the high level. Social media, website, and email list. That's what like all the artists who want to start earning money online, either selling their paintings or selling your courses, need to be focusing on. So these 3 areas: social media, website, and email list. Here I just outlined some of them, and the websites I'm going to come back to it, and email list I'm also going to come back to it. So The key rules and the chance which we now see in running your social media is, the first one is omni-channel coverage. I'm going to talk about it, is header and visual consistency, engagement, and cross-promotion. So let's start with the first one. Right now, running just your Facebook page only is no longer enough. You're not gonna get like the highlight online presence if you just run your Facebook page. For example, if you can choose, for example, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest for visuals, YouTube for tutorials, Twitter and Facebook for subject matter expertise. And so how we do it at Artefacto. For example, we create a video lesson. It's actually a video lesson by Konstantin. He painting a red rose. So he created a video lesson with him painting and explaining what he does, which colors he mixes, and so on and so forth. Then we convert this long video into a short or a reel. You can do it really easily with AI. Opus Pro, that's free of charge until 1 hour. You just upload your full video, let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, and it will create automatically a lot of reels and shorts for you. It's like super easy. It's done like within, I don't know, a couple of minutes. And you don't need to spend a lot of time and money on people who are going to edit your videos or learn yourself how to do it because you have AI. And it creates amazing, amazing reels. For example, this reel was created out of a long video with this Opus Pro, and it has, how many? It has like over 40,000 views. For example, this one. Then, we uploaded this video again in artificial intelligence, and it created the whole text, and it broke it down into a PDF brochure. And that's how you can use this long video on YouTube, this short or reel you can upload on Instagram and YouTube, and afterwards you convert it all with AI into a PDF, which you can use as a post on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, Twitter, or X, yeah, and you can also distribute it via email list. One content which you duplicate or triplicate and use it on different platforms, and that's what I call omni-channel content creation. So the next one is how to package your social media account. This is the best working formula. Name, niche, sub-niche, purpose of your blog, of your account, expertise, the fact that lends credibility to you, and call-out, guide, method, and so on. Let me give you some examples. I just picked some random examples of artists and their social media. And that's how it looks like. Let's see, working a la prima from life, and then a lot of abbreviations, and some of the names of the galleries. If you are just a random follower, what would you learn from this? Okay, this is an artist. He has a lot of awards, but what is it out there for me? If you run your social media, you always have to think about your clients, about your followers. What is it out there on your account or even on your page for them? Yeah, and it goes and brings them back here. Yeah, that's how it should be structured. For example, let's take an example of Artefacto. Maybe you can find better examples, but I think this one is quite okay. So the name, niche and sub-niche, Artefacto learning platform. You understand what is this about. The purpose of this blog, of this account, yeah? The purpose of the blog is courses, workshops from top artists. It's all crystal clear, yeah? What is it out there for you as a client? That it's courses and workshops from top artists. Expertise, the fact that lends credibility to you. In this case, you can use, I don't know, any awards which you got, anything, yeah? We put here 200,000 students worldwide. And we tagged another account of ours with reviews. You can find so many reviews of our students there saying, oh wow, that's like really, I really like this course, and it's, I don't know, many feedback from our students. And call out, learn with us, and following this link, you're going to find a lot of free materials, paid courses, whatever you want, and it's structured like in a quite logical way, so that there is everything there is some information for beginners, there is some information, useful stuff for advanced students, paid courses, something that we're launching right now. So going back to this, that's not the way how it works. Or for example, let's look at another one. Evocative abstract art, ideas made in motion, expressed by texture and rhyme. Friesland, the Netherlands, more info, Autobike. What is going on here? I don't understand. You see, like, that's quite a big account of an artist. And you don't understand what is it out there for you as a client here. And that's the biggest mistake. So one more good example. Artist, paintings, Alexander, and then the surname. I just removed it. Master of Mountain Landscape. Okay, you understand what is the niche. Okay, that's going to be here about mountain landscapes. 4,000 paintings worldwide. Okay, that's something that gives credibility to you, that you are kind of professional master artist and so on. Gold medal from the Academy of Arts. Okay, some award recognition. Free shipping worldwide. At this point, you start understanding, okay, this account is about selling the painting. So basically, the owner of this account wants to sell his artworks. Yeah, and DM price request. So that I find quite a good account. Yeah, to look at if you want to sell your art. And at the end of this session, I'm gonna share with you a small present, a small PDF, where you're going to find like the step-by-step step-by-step PDF, how to use ChatGPT and artificial intelligence to package your social media accounts. So there is a special prompt which you can use and generate you a lot of different options how to package your Instagram account. And you can do it in just 5 minutes. You don't need to spend like the whole day thinking what should I put in my header on my Instagram. The second one, how to increase the engagement. There should be always 3 different types of content on your social media. It should be something inspiring, and I circled it with green. Basically, that's the time lapses of some of our lessons, or maybe some parts of our lessons. Again, time lapsed and edited by Almost Pro, actually, that AI which I talked about earlier. There should be entertaining content. Look at it. 2.8 million views, 613 views, 442 views. And we have many more of that. And if you look at it, it's going to be fun stuff. It's going to be cats doing something, or some memes, and so on. It's just really funny, like super funny. And this drives traffic to our Instagram account. That's why you always need to combine your expertise, some inspiration, and some funny stuff. Because you always need to remember that your key competitors on Instagram are not your real competitors, are not other artists or other schools or learning platforms. No, that's memes who you compete with. You're basically competing with these kids, with these memes, funny stuff on Instagram. Because people go on Instagram in order to relax, in order to have fun, just to laugh, just to spend their time, just to get this big dopamine. That's what they want to do there. They're not there to read your complicated posts with a lot of information and expertise and everything. You still need to have them. Look at it. This expert posts, how many views they have? 9,000, 8,000, 21,000. And that entertaining stuff, 2.8 million. What? And it skyrockets. It's like it gets viral. And from this reel, I think, which is 2.8 million, oh, I don't know, we got like a lot of new followers, a lot of. And that's what actually gave us over 100,000 followers on YouTube last year. Actually, over the last 9 months, we got this 100,000 followers. Not investing a penny into promoting our YouTube channel. And yeah, so that's why I think that creating reels and shorts, in one word, creating short content, short video content, is something that we are lucky to have right now. And that's not late to start doing it. I think the best time to start running your social media was yesterday, or maybe 1 year ago, maybe 10 years ago, yeah? And back then, there were like different algorithms. There were posts, but now, your posts, no one sees your posts, unfortunately. That's not, I mean, maybe you get some likes, yeah? But that's not that will allow you to get a new audience, for sure. Don't even spend time doing it. I mean, you can, but if you want to grow your audience, it's just reels. It's just short videos what you need to create. So use trending audio. That's also really important for your reels. Use engaging headers. Find ways to, I don't know, to do the negative shade or POV or unpopular opinion about something, yeah? Or 10 secrets which improve your watercolor. Something like that with engaging headers. And create marketing funnels for reels and shorts. As I said, like with this 2.8 million short, it got us, I think, around maybe 5,000 emails on our email list. And if you use a paid ads to attract the same amount of people, you're gonna come up with quite a big amount of money, yeah? So that's a really good way to get the traffic. So even the scenarios for your reels, if that's not you painting, but it's let's say you saying something, yeah, I call it talking head. You can also create with ChatGPT in just 10 minutes, and I'm going to share it with you as well. So at the end of this session. Then we go to the website. That's the structure. I'm going to send you this presentation, so you don't need to take photos of it. So talking about your website, point one, which I wanted to say, is that you can create all the text for your website with artificial intelligence. You don't need to hire copywriters. You don't need to, I don't know, spend weeks writing it all. You can just write it in the bullet points, and it creates you perfectly amazing text, yeah? So just go for it. We have it already, and it's just amazing how fast and how beautiful these texts are. Yeah, sometimes when I use AI and say, oh, I would even never write it this way, or it would take me, I don't know, centuries to come up with this beautiful text and this beautiful copywriting. So yeah, basically these are the sections which you need to have on the website: portfolio, about you page, online store if you're planning to sell your artworks, blog, which will allow you for search engine optimization. That means if you create the blogs or articles on certain topics, let's say the best art supplies for watercolor, yeah? And then people looking for it on Google or Yahoo, whatever they use, they might be seeing your article, and that also drives traffic to your website and contact information. And as I said, each and every section of the website can be created with AI, really in seconds. And the last one, which many people prioritize, is in building an email list. I know a lot of artists because we have like over 60 world-renowned artists working with us and launching their courses. And none of them, almost none of them have their own email lists. And email marketing is something that is like the key and the basis, yeah? And this is the only asset, email list, that's the only asset which you actually own. Because all you have on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever you use, it's all, so to say, granted, because if they change the algorithm tomorrow, you're not going to be seeing anyone to your followers. And we already experienced it a couple of years ago when they changed the algorithm and Instagram, and your followers stopped seeing you, and they say, oh, you posted so many, you might have already experienced it. Your followers saying, oh, you post so many, but I don't see you in my feed. And that's how it happens, yeah? So the team is built from the very beginning, and now I show you one of the funnels which we have, which helps us build the email list. So first of all, leverage your social media to increase visibility and build your email list, yeah? Let's take a look. That's one of the reels over here, which we posted on Instagram. And in this reel, in the text, under this reel, you see that if you write 5, we're gonna send you a free PDF about, a free guide, tips and tricks of painting heads with watercolor. And people comment 5, and then they get a direct message from us saying, hi, here is your PDF guide, you can download it here. And then it leads people to a small website, just one pager, saying, okay, give us your email and enter your name, and you're going to get this PDF. So they enter email, they enter their name, and they download this PDF guide absolutely for free. And that's how you leverage the social media algorithm, basically this reels, promoting it among a wide audience. And that's how you bring them to your email list. And then you can work with them. Then you can segment them. Then you can understand who they are and offer them your courses, your products, whatever you sell. The second one is, it's already on your website. You need to incorporate different sign-up pages, or pop-up pages, with newsletters, with lead magnets. Lead magnets is something you give people for free in exchange for their contact information. The marketing gurus say that it should be no less than 4 capture forms, so no less than 4 places on your website, which with different products capture the contact data of the visitors of your website. So don't forget about this as well. So talking about email lists, why it's good and why this is so important. I think the main one, at least the main factor for me, is personalization. Because what we talked earlier on about segmentation of the audience, understanding who they are, what they want, why they want, you cannot do it with social media. Because in social media, you just post one post, and you talk to everyone. That's what I said. Like the biggest mistake, talk to everyone, But you cannot do anything else in social media. But you definitely can do it with your emails. You can segment people, ask them questions. Okay, are you a beginner artist or you're a professional artist? Are you art collector or you're just occasionally looking for some, presents with your friends? And you can personalize, and that's how you can send people only those emails or only those offerings in which they're going to be interested, And this also allows you to build a community. For example, at Artefacto, we have students chats, and in WhatsApp or on Facebook, and we run different challenges. We organize online virtual exhibitions. We organize chats on different topics. Some of them are just for socialization. Some of them are around certain products. For example, we have a course by, let's say, by one artist, and then we have like a special chat for them. And we have community managers working with these people and entertaining them and raising some interesting questions, and so that they get closer and they form their community. And I personally think that that's the future, the community-centered, community-centered products, community-centered courses, and that's, I think, the future. And then you can run webinars, masterclasses. When you have a community, you don't have a question which product to launch, because you already understand everything about these people. And regular updates. I see so many, being a marketer, I sign up to everything. I have a special email which I sign up to all the marketing funnels which I see and which are somehow like interesting for me. Maybe in art sphere or in business sphere. And I get so many emails now with companies just saying about themselves, you know, and not trying to find something for me that I would be interested in. And that's why I put an exclamation mark here saying address the needs of your audience, not only your needs. Obviously, you as a business or you as an artist who want to monetize the art, you are interested in selling your paintings or selling your courses, yeah, but always think about people, what is it out there for them in your emails. And the good news is that you don't need to hire like high-priced gigs to create your websites and blogs and social media. And you don't need to spend like all days long running your social media because it seems to be, and it is actually, it's a big work which you need to do. Because now you have, as I already said, text, you have AI, so just leverage it, so just use it. And the websites, you know, the slide which I showed before with some websites where you can just drag and drop, so you don't need to be like an IT guy in order to create your website. You can just use the templates and start doing it. Yeah, so websites, constructors, drag and drop, just look at the slide that I showed before. I'm going to share it with you, the presentation, so you can take a look at it, and all the articles, descriptions to your paintings, emails, everything, AI. Yeah, so these are just the 2 steps which I wanted to talk about today. So basically, number 1 is know your clients. The rest doesn't matter if you don't know your clients. Believe me, it all doesn't matter. Nothing, it's all doesn't matter if you don't know who your clients are and what they want. And building a strong online presence. I think, as some people say, that's going to be the currency of the future. The followers and the audience you can influence. And that's why the best time to start doing it was yesterday, and the second best time is now. So, go for it. Yeah, and I just wanted to finish my speech today that most of you want to turn your art into your profession and start earning on it. Believe me, we have a lot of clients who say, oh, I wish I could quit my 9-to-5 job, working in the office, and actually start fully devote my time to art, but how I'm going to earn with this, yeah? And 70% of you might have a desire, but do not have any clear strategy of what to start with. And 20% of you maybe have a strategy, but don't know how to execute it. 5% of you might have already tried but failed, and the remaining 5% have already tried and now want to scale it. And all of you, all of us, we have different fears. Yeah, failure, judgment, losing money, high competition, technical skills. Oh, I don't know anything about social media. There's so many artists already on the market, I'm gonna compete, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but all of you have a dream, and that's the most important thing. And many of you, I know many artists who are waiting for doctors with a magic pill. Saying, yeah, that's the pill for you, and you're gonna wake up tomorrow having million followers, yeah? But the doctor with the magic pill is you, and the power is in you. It's just a matter of your regular actions. So that's a PDF guide, which I shared with you how to package your accounts in 5 minutes with AI, and a 7-day content plan for you for your social media. So what to actually start with, which content to create. That's the QR code which you can now scan. So turn on your camera and scan the QR code and click on the link which you're going to see, and you can download this free PDF with a content plan, with the special prompts for ChatGPT. And believe me, it's going to be like super simple how you can package it. Obviously, it will require some of the input from you, about you, who you are, what you do, so that ChatGPT can afterwards convert it into beautiful beautiful header for your social media. So that's it, and thanks a lot for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to approach me afterwards, yeah? Yeah?
Okay.